Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pacific Grand Western Railway. Today, for those of you who are returning, we're going to start on part 2. You might remember a couple of videos ago, we made a video of putting the Athearn Hi-Fi high-powered chassis under a globe shell. Well, as you recall, we got the wheels all cleaned up, trucks, everything all cleaned up, but we found the motor mount was broken. So I sent over to Australia. There's a fella who prints 3D printing parts over there for Athearn. He had some motor mounts for sale, so I bought a pair off him. He wound up sending me 3 pair for the price of the one, but that was nice of the guy. He said he wasn't sure if the first ones would fit, so he sent an extra pair. The third pair was kind of a bonus, but I thank you very kindly for doing that. So hopefully today, with everything else is cleaned up, we just got to install the motor mounts. I see I got to do a little bit of filing on the body in order to get the chassis to fit in the shell. The other chassis I had in, but seemed to be a little bit different mounts for Athearn had for the couplers. So today we'll see if we can put the mounts on, mount the motor, and get it tuned up and get it running the rails. So with that, let me set the camera and put my visor on, and we can have at it. I'll just adjust the camera down. I also brought it out just a little bit. These, as you recall, were the 2 B units to go with it, factory B units. Right now, I still have them on the old Athearn Hi-Fi drive, because I don't have trucks running. My trucks for these are sitting back in Surrey, British Columbia, along with the rest of my parts. So, this is the unit, but what the trouble is in the front here, this needs to be filed out just a little bit. So with that, and I can file a little off the metal of the chassis as well, and we can get it fitting. Once we get it fitting into the body, then we'll hook the drive gear up. So with that, let's come on, get him out of the shell here. See, what I am going to do, if you see on this one's got a little bit of a ridge, I'm just going to take a bit of this ridge off. Then I'll clean up the front of the body. And as always, here's all the parts. Here's the new Athearn mounts for it. So, I think these ones are the ones that take screws. Maybe. They are. Then I'll have to find some screws. And I also have the wire to replace that bar I took off. So, with that, let's start on the frame first. My trusty little file. Always lift your file on the return stroke, and I'll push this out of the way so you can see better. I'm just going to see if the bigger file will take it off any better, any quicker. Oh, much better. This one is a bit coarser file. I'm hoping these have got the center hole. I have the Accumate cuppers and cupper boxes. I'm hoping I can drill out that hole, tap it, and the cuppers will go on. I'm going to take it right down to the flat. Make sure there's no hang-ups on the body. And again, lift and push. As you'll see, it's taken off. This could also be done with a Dremel tool and a grinding attachment. However, they make files. It's okay to use them. The way the old boys used to do in the old days, before the Dremel tools come out, and all the nice detail parts and goodies you have now. You'll also probably notice I spent the morning straightening out my workbench. Okay. The back one is okay, as far as I know. Okay, we shall see how this works. Oops. When you put them in, it's got to go in under the cupper. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Perfect. So we'll see. Whoopsie, pardon me. While we're doing this, I'm going to trim this other end off the cupper pocket. And just pile up the And I will say one thing, Accumate is getting very rich off of me. I just had this is about the 5th batch of cuppers and I've ordered inside of the last year. Now, we might as well do this before we, okay. We gotta just square this up, make this look a little neater, ladies and gentlemen. So we have the technology to do that. And my coffee. This workbench runs on coffee, ladies and gentlemen. And there's my sweetheart calls me Mr. Coffee. Which is okay, I call her Mrs. Pizza. I'm just trying to use this piece here as a things flat. You'll notice on these Accumate coupler boxes, they have one flat spot that's the top of the coupler box. Then they have two little ridges that's the bottom of the coupler box. I think I'm going to clean the sides up. Then I might take just a bit off the other. No, I can go down a bit more with that. I might have to take a bit off of here. Okay. And sometimes you have to take these off in order to get the box in. The only complaint I really have with these Accumate couplers is I wish they'd have made their box, the couplers themselves are non-gluable, but I wish they'd have made their coupler boxes here so that you could have glued them to the plastic cars better. As they are, they're not gluable. Now we'll see if we can just buzz out that hole. I need to charge his battery. Whoopsie. Pardon me. Well, with any luck. Okay, I can't use that hole, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. We'll clean up the box when I'm done with the chassis. Oh. We'll work on the rear coupler later. What I might do also later date, I'm going to file a bit of that up here, flatten this up a bit better too before we're done. I was debating whether to drill the headlight out on this thing or not. I do have a lens out of a Athearn I could drill out and put in. We'll get it running first. Okay. Let me get my damp rag. Clean up the filings. I'll get my paper pad. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, that was dried paint. Okay. The rear one. Front one. First of all, see if these mounts are going to fit. It goes in like that. Okay. Looks like I'm going to have to find some screws, but okay. And as you remember, we had everything all cleaned up. I am just going to give him a touch up with the fiberglass pencil. It's been a week or so. And again, these ears that are sticking up fit in this slot down here for his pickup. So, these well, so far so good. Really interesting. Here, to me, it should be a little straighter than that. Ah, okay. He said there were two different types. I guess I should put them under here where you guys can see. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well. What we're going to do get our dear old conductive grease. Oh, and our toothpick. And as Ron at Classic Model Trains would say, please be careful, this stuff gets everywhere. And he ain't just kidding. Give him a little, oh you, devil you. A little bit of, this is carbon conductive, supposed to make it pick up better. We're going to do a little bit around the crux. This is a grease with carbon fibers in it. It's supposed to improve conductivity. Plus it acts as a grease too. Okay. So this should go in there. Well, like he says, it gets everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Dang, did I get my fingers on that? I think I'm just going to give the commutator a bit more of a I think I'm going to have to reevaluate my camera mounting. Okay. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is we're just going to see if well, you son of a gun. Now we got power. Why? down far enough to make contact. Wait, I can cut them off later. There we go. Okay. Was not going down far enough to make contact with his Okay, don't go and do that, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Okay. We got power. Probably cut them off and find some screws and put in them. Okay. This one go in there. This guy. There we go. Okay. Ugh. This stuff, you get it on Amazon. It's probably cheaper down the States, but I think I paid $35 for it in Canada. But this is a large tube. Will last you pretty much, I don't know, for all you'd ever want to do model railroading. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is put him on the tracks. Okay. Soldering done. Lube. And I'm going to put my visors on. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen. One reason why I couldn't see very good. Need my visor. Ah, much better. Okay. I guess what I should do before I do them on is snap these back in here on the ball. Like that. We'll have to do this with the back one. Where'd it go? There we go. There. Now we can grease up our top gear. Nice little shine. And the light, I'm going to leave out of it for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to drill that hole out while we're doing this or not. This has been pre-lubed, okay. I hate these square bushings. There we go. Ah. Taste and our now why did that come out too short when it came off this chassis? I betcha. Come on. That one works. Come on, you. There we go. Just a taste. Okay. We have our wire. I guess it might help to turn the soldering gun on. We're doing all this. What we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is see, I'm just going to split a little out of the center here. This is very, very gingerly, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to be a blacksmith. You just need to split the piece and bring the wire out of it like that. That's all you need, ladies and gentlemen. It might go just a little bit more. The alternative would be cut 2 pieces of wire and solder 2 pieces of wire on. This is sometimes what they call cheating. That'll work. What we're going to do, just to save the motor, is we're just going to Give the gun a little bit of a quick cleanup here. I do need to put another tip on this thing. I can't remember where I put my tips. We'll just tin that like so. And while we're doing it, we'll do these there. Again, this is rosin core solder. There we go. That's good. Oh, I almost forgot about that brush. Spray. Better to hit these than your fingers, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, well, according to Hoyle, when we put power to the track, it should go. Okay, I think this front one. Whoopsie. Okay, what is binding up on this front guard? Of course, we have Inspector Pigeon just came over, ladies and gentlemen, on my shoulder. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, if we can get the body on, then we'll put him on the big test track and see if we can take him for a spin. Now, I'm hoping this is going to go on. It's an Athearn chassis, so it should go in there. Oh. Okay. Let's remove some of the stuff out of the way. And we'll put the big test track up here. Now watch my rails be dirty, but if so, we can clean them. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, he is nice, and we'll see how much power he's got. Whoa, holy moly. Wow, he's got lots of power. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now if I can find another one of those chassis I can put under a... I do have a dummy chassis that came with on this locomotive. It was a dummy when I first got it. I could put under one B unit, but I'd like to have another powered chassis out of one of these B units. Yeah, but why is he... Well, maybe it's straight. Maybe yes, maybe no. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to switch one of the trucks around. It says we have it laid into one side. Yes, it is. Okay. Come on. Up you go. Oh, great. Okay. Fortunately, oh, hurry up and get hot. I see, said the blind man. Our contact's a bit down. The little plate it sits on was bent. That's better. Okay. Same with this one. Okay, when it got dropped, it bent these. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Should be the same thing. Now it's straight. We'll put our wires back on. And get the body out of the way so I don't hit it with a already been there, done that with one of my Tyco locomotives. And melted the horns off it. Always wait until it goes sober before you. Okay, we're just going to put him back on the track. And I just broke that, so we're just going to. Looks like he's a lot straighter. No problem, ladies and gentlemen. Hmm. I gotta find another horn. I really need to find another one of these. Hang on, my camera's falling out here. I really need to find another one of these. These horns are Athearn horn. I can locate them. But these number boards is going to be a better. Okay, and before we put this together, I'm just going to clean up our front. I see a screw here that I might be able to use. I'm going to clean up our front box here a bit. Mm-hmm. Just round out his side. Never cleaned those out. Put the cover on him, didn't do a very neat job of it. Okay. I think that's this is the only difference between an ordinary Athearn drive and a high power drive is this weight. Other than that, they're identical. Like Ronit Classic Model Train says, that stuff gets everywhere. But eventually this locomotive is going to be put into a Pacific Grand Western locomotive eventually, so down the road. I think I showed you in the last one. This is the Athearn, the new Athearn version of it. Okay, stay in there. Show it's broken. So. No, I wonder if this one's gonna be need my cradle. Okay. I hate it when that happens. There we go. No biggie, let's try it. We'll see if this 256 will work. Oops, too tight. I have a feeling he's going to be way too low. Oh, actually not bad. Okay. We can file a bit off the chassis and raise him up some to make him. But doesn't have to come up that much. Okay. There's his front cover, and I'll work on the back one another day. But okay, ladies and gentlemen, I think we can call this repair video a success. We now have shut. Oh, beautiful. There's one 1950 Globe shell on an Athearn drive. So if I can find some more drives, I can change these chassis, and we got one. We'll have three nice stump pulling globes. Maybe I can match classic model trains E models. So I'll look for another horn. I might try and find a set of glass for it later date, but the coupler, I'm just going to off camera, I'm just going to file a bit of this down on the front. I'm probably going to have to do the same on the rear to get the rear coupler on, so they match my Tyco cars. And I'll cut these off, smooth these off, see if I can find some screws for them to hold them in. And then that should be ready to rock and roll. Then I can figure out a paint scheme for them. We'll have some nice locomotives. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close off the video here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to close off the video. And we finally got a success. We got our baby running, which is nice to see. Whatever. So if you can give me a thumbs up or a like or a comment, if you like the thing, all views, or go back and look at some of my older videos. All views help out. They all help the channel and keeps me going. And probably in another few days, I might have an update video on the Tyco equipment rolling stock that's joined the fleet since January of 2025. There's been some improvements and some repairs and some relocation, new purchases for the Tyco rolling stock. So, and I've also been getting the handrails, putting the handrails on all the Tyco diesel engines. There's two more, one more 1776 locomotive I need to find, and I still need to find the Tyco Canadiana shark nose diesel. I still need to find that one and the caboose. I know where there's a caboose, I just gotta dig up a few more coin, but I need early 1973, 74 Spirit of 76 locomotive without the blue roof, without the blue stripe around the front. Once I find that, I'll have all the units for that for my heritage fleet. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining in. From all of us here at Pacific Grand Western Railway, thank you very much for joining in, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thank you kindly.